All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is January 25th, Tuesday. We got 9 NBA games on the board tonight. We went 1-1 last night. The Knicks covered for us, and the Pacers came down to the final seconds there. We had them plus 3.5. They lose the game by 4 with like 1 or 2 seconds left, I believe. They were down by 2, meaning they would have covered, but they fouled, tried to extend the game, everything like that. So womp womp for the Pacers. We were half point away from going 2-0 last night. But for the shout out here, we have someone that had quite a positive night here. Shout out to Sophia. Hashtag hard was yesterday's hashtag of the day. If you guys don't know what the hashtag of the day is, I will explain it in time. But Bulls money line, that cashes the Pacers. Maybe Sophia got them at +4 and you pushed. I don't know. But either way, Cavs also pulled out the money line win. So that is a 2-1 night regardless. So shout out to Sophia there. And guys, if you want to get shouted out in tomorrow's video, make sure you stick around till the end of today's video. That is how, and I'll explain how, I should say, you guys have the chance of being shouted out. And we also started something new. We started something new in yesterday's video, the ride of the day. So if you guys don't know what that is, and yes, I know that I'm rambling to start this video. I will get to the picks. Be patient. But we started the ride of the day here. And I don't know, maybe we'll do it every single day, maybe not. We'll see. We'll keep doing it for now. But the ride of the day is you guys use hashtag ride of the day in the comments like you did in yesterday's video, and I might jump on board with one of you guys. I might ride with one of your picks, and win or lose, you guys will get your shout out in the next video. So yesterday's was Gotta Get the Bag, who is an OG of the channel, always giving his picks on the channel here, and the ride, I decided to jump on board with you, man. Under 35.5 PRAs for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I think he had, what, 31, 10, and something. So we got smoked there, but I can't, I can't complain about it. I've seen the picks from Gotta Get the Bag in the comments, always making money and whatnot like that. So, this is just one of the rare times that it doesn't happen. But like I said, we're giving shout outs regardless of win or loss. And you guys might, might go on a hot streak here. Like if someone gets hot, I might be jumping in and riding every single day. So use hashtag ride of the day in the comments if you guys have a pick that you think I should ride with. Just give me one lock. And again, if you guys want to shout out in the next video, stick around to the end of the video for the hashtag of the day. But let's jump into it because I feel like I've talked for 20 minutes here and we haven't even given a lean. But if you guys are new here, hit that subscribe button, like the video. And guys, if you don't know what we do here, we go through each and every game. I give you where my head's at, give you what I'm thinking, give you my lean on the game. But as always, my final plays, what I'm actually rolling with, what I'm going to be laying down on the line will be in the pinned comment, and I update it throughout the day. So let's jump right into it. We have the Raptors hosting the Hornets here. Raptors favorites at home, -3.5. And I've been liking this Hornets team here. They're 7-3 in their last 10 games. They are 3-2-1 against the spread when they're on the road, which they are a great home team, but they're playing better on the road here. I like the Hornets. Gordon Hayward's questionable. McDaniels is out. Toronto still going to be without Goran Dragic, who's been out for a while. Birch is questionable. Johnson's questionable. But the Hornets have their top end guys. I mean, yeah, Hayward's questionable. I don't even know if I would consider him one of the most important players on that team, which is crazy because he is a good player. But the fact that we can get the Hornets here at +3.5, I can almost guarantee you guys that this will be a final play. Like, you don't have to check the pinned comment to know that I'm taking the Warriors here +3.5, or the Hornets here +3.5. I do like them. They're 29-18 against the spread this year. They are just such a, I don't know why they continue to be, underrated. This Raptors team, I don't think is playing all that well. They've kind of turned the corner a little bit, but, they are inconsistent, whereas this Hornets team, I keep wanting to say Warriors, this Hornets team is looking pretty good. So give me the Hornets here, the underdog +3.5. Next up, we have the Pistons getting 7 points against the Nuggets. The Pistons are at home. This Pistons team, against the spread in their last 10 games, they are 6-4. Are they turning it around? I don't know. They're 3-1 against the spread at home, over the last 10 games, and 3-3 away over the last 10 games there as well. So there's the 6-4 mathematics there. But for Denver, it looks like Green is going to be questionable. And then no other major injuries here. And then Detroit, Kelly Olynyk's questionable. Jeremy Grant is still out. Jackson out. Garza out. But this Detroit team, I feel like they've pulled out a couple surprising wins, or a couple covers, I should at least say, in the last few weeks here. They're 3-0 in their last 3 games against the spread. I still have to lean Denver. I mean, did these teams played, I believe they played just a few nights ago, and Denver didn't cover. Detroit did cover, so I feel like this is the type of like flip-flop sort of scenario here. So I am going to lean Denver here, -7. I think that if you can get any decent team, and I will consider the Nuggets a decent team, any decent team against the Pistons at a single-digit spread, I feel like it's worth taking. So I'm going to lean Denver here, -7. Next up, the Wizards, 4-point favorites over the Clippers here at home. This Wizards team in their last 10 games are 1-9 against the spread. They are seemingly falling apart. They're 4-6 straight up overall as well. They just have not looked the same. The Clippers, on the other hand, they have kind of floated around there. They're 5-5 against the spread in their last 10 games, and they're 4-6 overall. Both of these teams are kind of, I feel like, sliding a little bit, but I'll take the points here. That's 2 underdogs out of the last 3 games that I'm leaning towards, so I'll take the Clippers here, +4. I would love it if this was like +5. I know it's only 1 point difference, but that really would swing me, so I'll keep an eye on this line. I don't know if it has a strong chance of making the final ticket or being one of my final plays, but I will keep an eye on this line because I do lean the underdog here. I think that this Wizards team, at some point, they probably do end up bouncing back, getting into a little bit of a rhythm because they are absolutely so far from a rhythm right now. But I will say that, as of right now, I just don't necessarily see it. These are 2 inconsistent teams playing each other here, and I think that you might as well just take the points, take the buffer. I can't bet on the Wizards here to lay any points, so I might as well lean towards the other side. Next up, we have the Sixers, 8.5-point favorites over the Pelicans. For whatever reason, I feel like the Pelicans have been killing us when we bet against them. In their last 10 games, they're 5-4-1 against the spread. The Sixers 7-3 against the spread in their last 10 games. The Sixers, if healthy, I think, can beat any team in this league. Green is questionable. Curry is out. Milton's still out, and Thibault is out as well. Ingram on the Pelican side of things is questionable. Only major injury there. But this Philly team, I think we lean them. Again, this is similar. I think the Pelicans on a back-to-back, coming off a back-to-back here, and a back-to-back win in a final seconds win yesterday. I think that I definitely lean towards the Sixers. The rested Sixers, they have Embiid. And hopefully that they can pull that out, a double-digit win over the Pelicans. I don't really trust the Pelicans. I think the Sixers team, if you can get that line at 8.5, I think that is much worth playing. Next up, the Nets hosting the Lakers here. Nets +2.5 at home. Anthony Davis now upgraded to probable for the Lakers. In Brooklyn, Kevin Durant is going to be out. Joe Harris still out. Claxton is questionable. I'm going to keep an eye on this injury report. I think that could totally change it. If Anthony Davis is a go, I don't hate the Lakers here, -2.5. If he's not a go, I do lean Nets +2.5. This Nets team, they have not played that great of basketball. They're 4-6 against the spread in the last 10 games, and we know how bad this Lakers team has been against the spread this season. I've said on record on these videos that the Lakers are going to turn a corner eventually. They're just proving me wrong by the day, but I will say the Nets coming off a bad loss to Minnesota, I think that, if Anthony Davis doesn't play, I do lean Nets here +2.5. And even if he does play, I might lean Nets 2.5. So I think that that's just my lean. But I don't think I could talk someone off the Lakers -2.5 if AD plays. Next up, we got my Boston Celtics. -8.5 against the Kings. The Celtics did go out and pound the Wizards. Tatum goes for 51, but I still think I'm off on betting on them. I mean, maybe I'll sprinkle some money line. That would be my only play here, and that's just the biased fan in me. Like, you guys know I'm fully transparent with how much I love the Celtics and how much I just will not bet against the Celtics, but this team is so freaking inconsistent that I don't see how you can lay almost 9 points against a Kings team. De'Aaron Fox is questionable. That's the only notable injury here, but 8.5 points just seems like it's too much. I could totally see Boston covering that. I think that would be my lean, but you guys got to know that I'm biased against them. So, maybe we'll have some fun, have terrible odds, and just lay some money line to have some action on the game. But other than that, I don't think that I'm sniffing that 8.5. Rockets +4 at home against the Spurs here. That is an interesting number. I was looking at this earlier saying, that number, like, honestly, if I had to give a number on that, it makes sense. This Rockets team, I don't know how, but, they're covering games here on the road. They're 5-2 against the spread on the road, but they're home tonight, and they haven't covered on at home in the last 3 home games that they've played. So I don't know where to make out. Usually you're like, oh, we can go with the home team. We'll take the points. But I think that I have to lean towards the Spurs. This is one of those, and we haven't had one of these in a long time, so we'll give it to you. This is a psycho alert game. Like, I don't see how someone can have a true opinion on this game. The Spurs are playing really bad, and so are the Rockets, but the Rockets are just very bad. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys have. Maybe someone gives me a pick on this game, and that can be the ride of the day. Hashtag ride of the day if you guys want, to be shouted out in the video. But yeah, I have no clue where to come out in this game. That number is very, very interesting to me. So I would lean Spurs because they're the better team, but I don't love that at all. Next up, Warriors -3 against the Mavericks. These teams played at the beginning of January here, and low scoring. Dallas 99, Golden State 82. Klay Thompson's questionable. Draymond Green is still out. For Dallas, we have Brown and Nito Quinta questionable as well. This Dallas team is red hot. They're playing really, really, really good basketball. 8-2 overall, and then 6-3-1 against the spread. And Golden State seemingly like they're on a little bit of a decline here. 5-5, 3-6-1 in their last 10 straight up and against the spread. But, you know, they absolutely just squeezed out a win against the Rockets, squeezed out a win against Utah. I'm waiting for this Golden State team to kind of return to what they were towards the beginning of the year, and I know how crucial Draymond is for that, but I am going to lean Warriors here -3. I think that's a decent number and a very valuable play for that. So Warriors -3 is my lean. Next up, we have the Blazers hosting the Timberwolves here. Blazers getting 3 points at home. This Timberwolves team has surprised me over and over again. They're 7-3 overall in their last 10 games. They're killing it at home. They're 2-1 against the spread at home in their last 3 games. Portland, they might even be turning a corner too. They're playing really, really well on the road, but too bad that's flip-flop. Patrick Beverley is questionable. Anthony Edwards is probable, and for Portland, Damian Lillard is out. Covington's probable. Nance Jr. is out. Smith Jr. is probable. Zeller is out, and then Powell is questionable. I think you gotta lean Minnesota here. I hate to do that because I really don't like taking Minnesota at all, but they are just a better, hotter team right now. And I know Portland's won 4 out of the last 5, but if you look at the competition that Minnesota has beaten Brooklyn, New York, Golden State, only losing to Memphis by, 8 points or so, like hanging in with there and actually having the lead at points. Portland's beaten Toronto, Boston, Orlando, Washington. I just look at the strength of schedule in those last 5 games, and Minnesota is by far the hotter team here. So I lean Minnesota there -3. But guys, that is going to wrap it up for the predictions portion of the video. Let's get into the hashtag of the day. Before we do, I'm going to ask you guys again, hit that subscribe button, hit the like, and then use this hashtag of the day. It's going to be #sleep. #sleep. Don't sleep on me. Like I say all the time, I'll put my final plays in the pinned comment. If you're smart, you'll fade me because I'm a dummy. But if you ride, you're a genius. You're a genius. So #sleep is the hashtag of the day. That is how you guys can potentially get shouted out in tomorrow's video. And now we have 2 different ways to shout people out because I just want to engage you guys and include you guys as much as possible. So use #sleep in the comments and give me your locks for the day, for the night. And if you guys have a winning night, a positive night, a positive night, you guys have a chance to be shouted out in tomorrow's video, just like Sophia was in today's video. And again, use #ride of the day as well. You can use 2 hashtags. I'm looking at them both. #ride of the day to give me your lock of the night if you guys want me to jump on board with a play that you have. But yeah, that's going to do it for the prediction portion of the video. Keep an eye on the pinned comment, and we will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.